Okay, I could see a lot of smileys and party poppers and smileys flocking in. Thank you everybody for joining the session today, and welcome everyone on behalf of Xtero. So I would just want to give a quick introduction about the session Xtero Inform, which is a virtual conference. So we are very happy and we are proud that this is the first session for the day, collaborative forensics, overcoming challenges in multi-jurisdictional investigations. So thank you for people joining. Good morning, good afternoon, and even good evening if somebody has joined from Australia. And so, a quick introduction about this Extro Inform. First of all, on behalf of Extro Incorporation, I welcome everybody for this virtual conference, Extro Inform. We are very glad that you've joined. So, to give a brief about this initiative, Extro Inform is a full-day event which features 15 region-specific webinars led by various industry experts, who are experienced in digital forensic and in incident response. So every session is going to be a 50-minute session, and in this 50-minute session, we will dive into key challenges like collaborative forensics, incident response on the cloud, and various insider threats. So some housekeeping rules for the webinar for all the attendees. You could go ahead and submit your questions anytime in the question window. And if you would like to join the next webinar after each and every one, so this is the first session. So if you want to jump into the next webinar, you don't want to log out, you don't want to get into a different link, just simply stay online and you would be automatically routed or redirected to the next session. And it is just the same join link for each and every webinar. If you want to take a break and if you want to come in after some time, yes, this is the same link. Just stay, put a mute, pause, then you can join in. And this webinar will be recorded and we will share the recording with all participants of this webinar in the next few days. So I think we are good to go ahead. And once again, welcome everybody, and especially welcome to all my co-panelists. And I would want to take a moment or take very quick minute to introduce myself. My name is Rajkumar Manikam, and I'm the Regional Director of Sales and Consulting for Digital Forensics, Incident Response, and Data Privacy, basically data risk. And I'm with this organization for the last 6 years, and overall I come with 16 years of experience in the industry globally. So we have some of the renowned speakers joined with me today, Mr. Rohit Hira, Mr. Amar Bharadwaj, and Dr. Rajesh Kumar. So I would want to hand it over to you, esteemed speakers, to give a quick introduction about yourself. So, Mr. Rohit, can we go ahead and start with your introduction, please?
Yeah. So good morning to all. Good evening. It's a worldwide event, so people is joining us around the world. So let me introduce myself. I'm Rohit. I'm working in Punjab Police from the last 10 years, and I'm take care of DITEC. DITEC is Digital Investigation Training and Analysis Center of Punjab Police. So we have a state level lab. So I'm the lab manager, and we have taken care of all the digital forensics, extracting data from the laptops, mobiles, drones, IoT devices. So that's me. That's me.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit, for your quick introduction. So let's jump on to Mr. Amar. So over to you, please.
Yeah, good day to all. I basically head the cyber cell of the Railway Protection Force, which is the Ministry of Railways, Government of India. So this is the first cyber cell of Indian Railways and also the FICCI Award winner for 2020 for cyber management. And we are principally dealing into illegal e-ticketing cases and all uh, railway property related offenses. So whatever digital devices we get, we do the forensic analysis, imaging, and all social media patrolling and all those activities go on in the cyber cell. So the railways actually started with this pioneering initiative to basically secure the railway network, and there are lots of things lined up, and we'll be able to deliver a lot on the front of cyber safety, security for the people actually who will be traveling by the Indian Railways. So thanks again, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts on this particular topic, which is of top relevance. And in fact, I would like to uh, quote one of the lines from the Honorable Prime Minister of India, that is, when threats are global, response cannot be local. So the response has to be global. We have to all collaborate and do our best to keep communities safe and do better for the society. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. What a great quote to start the session with. Thanks, Amar sir. And it's great to see people joining from different parts of the world, from India, from Sweden, and different other countries. Just one quick request, speakers. When one of us are talking, I request the rest of us to go on mute because I can see the comments from the audience saying that there are some background noises from someone. So if I'm talking, maybe the rest of the others can just go on mute. So over to Dr. Rajesh for a quick introduction, and then let's dive into the topic for today.
Uh, Good morning to all estimated participants and Rajkumar ji especially. Thank you so much for inviting me in this prestigious conference online. And my name is Dr. Rajesh Kumar. I'm a certified digital forensic examiner, and presently I am posted in State Photo Bureau at Patna. And previously I am working in forensic science laboratory last 15 years, and we are doing in my expertise, in fact, in digital forensic as well as in cyber crime investigation also. So these are my fields, and we are doing in these fields investigation and as well as uh, forensic. And one of my interesting field is training of all these estimated domain like judicial academy and police academy. These are my hobbies to train all the police officers, judicial officers, and prosecution officers also. So this is my short introduction, and I would like to thanks Rajkumar ji again to giving me chance to share my thoughts here in the estimated participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, and we are very honored to have all three of you. And thanks to the our my employer Extera for organizing such a creative event, and thanks to Extra's marketing team for that. Let's dive into the topic for today. And before we get into the question, so to make the session more interesting, we'll be having few poll questions or Q&A today. So, audience, this is for you. What do you think is the most significant challenge in digital forensics today? Option one, is it handling the encrypted data, or the challenge for you is managing large volumes of data, or ensuring evidence integrity, or keeping up with the evolving technologies? Which is the most significant challenge for you in digital forensics today? Can you just put your answer and submit so that we can see, uh, you know, uh, what's happening? And let's see, before we get into the next slide, we would want to understand from you. I'm waiting to see the answers so that we see what is the score of each and every option. What do you think is the most significant challenge in digital forensics today? Handling encrypted data, or is it managing large volumes of data, or is it ensuring evidence integrity, or keeping up with the evolving technologies? All right. So the most important part of for today, collaborative forensics overview. So there are a lot of forensic significance, or collaborative forensics and its significance in modern investigations, and why does it matters? So is it because of the complexity of model digital environments, or we have various other options? So can we start to understand from you, Mr. Amar? What do you think about this? What are your thoughts on this about the complexity of modern digital environments, and and why does it matters?
Yeah, coming on that is like, there are a lot of disciplines which are involved. It is not just one area. You've got mobile forensics, you have got network forensics. So a lot of domains are there. So we need experts from all domains because they'll have deep knowledge, and they'll be carrying a lot of experience behind them to actually, decode issues. Like for example, malware is there. If you want to go and reverse engineer malware, so that requires a different level of expertise. If you see cryptocurrency, that do the chain analysis and all that. So not a single entity actually will be able to handle this kind of scenario. So you need domain experts, to handle various disciplines which have evolved eventually over time actually.
Great, great. So we could also see a few other, significance in the modern investigations like resource sharing and efficiency, enhanced evidence integrity, and together collaboration, joint expertise and training, and the global legal compliances across the globe. So, Rohit sir, yeah, Rohit sir,
Yes.
could you add your thoughts on this, please?
Yeah, so in today in modern world, every criminal is using Tor, VPNs. So it's very difficult for the law enforcement agencies to tackle on these crimes. So there is I think there is a need of global legal compliance. So there must be some common tools to the all law enforcement agencies. There's some sort of SOPs, some sort of procedures, so that you have to share your knowledge to investigate any sort of crime. So in today world, the AI is advancing so fast. Deepfake is every day. There is so many deepfake is coming. So there is need of a joint exercise between the law enforcement of different countries to interact with each other, to train each other, to share the knowledge. Then only we can tackle this modern cybercrime.
Definitely. So the role of AI and all of the things that you talked about, it plays a vital role in this modern cybercrime and in this digital world. Thanks for adding that, Mr. Rohit. So, Dr. Rajesh, over to you. We would like to hear from you about your thoughts and also your experience on this challenge, these areas.
Okay, thank you. Actually, Rajkumarji, you just imagine our judicial system is obviously no very techno savvy, and our policing is not very techno savvy, but our criminals are very tech savvy. So these are major challenge. So we just enlighten you that enhance digital integrity is a major challenge. Integrity of digital evidence is a challenge because we have we don't know how to maintain the chain of custody, how to preserve the digital evidence, how to identify the digital evidence. These are the major things. That why our digital evidence, integrity of digital evidence is never consolidated, present before the court. These are the things. This is a very poor in our policing, in our investigation. And one important things is interdisciplinary nature of cybercrime is another challenge in our investigation, in our integrity of evidence, because in cybercrime all the traditional crimes are converted on cybercrime, like murder, like theft, all theft, like ATM theft, password theft. These are the things that is traditional crime is changed over to cybercrime. So we are, as an police officer, as an law enforcement agency, we are not able to understand this changing dimension of crime in cyberspace. These are the challenge. If we understand the shifting pattern of crime in cyberspace, if we understand how it work, how they do cybercrime, then we easily integrate our evidence. If we found in our investigation, like if we found IP address in our investigation, we never understand how to present before the court of law, because their appreciation before of court with only we present IP address with 65B certificate is not good enough to admissible in court, because many conditions are involved in 65B certificate. If we are only getting all the details from the Facebook and present with as an IO, we present a 65B certificate. It's not good enough to appreciate before the court. So these things are obviously challenges, new challenges in our appreciation in court. And the another thing is volume data of handling volume data in our digital devices. In fact, I seen many times that our investigating officer ask me to give me all the data of mobile, all the data of computer. These type of question raised unnecessary complexity in our investigation, because a lot of things in our mobile, in our computer, if we don't ask pinpointed question in our request or in FSL, so in the examiner always keep all the data and send it to IU. And if we are seen in page number wise, so 500 pages report FSL was send all the IOs. And many times in our FSL we are sending lots of report in lots of papers, because they ask that all the data in our mobile in the exhibit as a mobile or computer we need. So if we are aware about it, which data we needed, which data is important in our investigation, that's if we know that, then we easily find out the evidences in all these data. If we don't know what we want by FSL, that's huge data, obviously a challenge for us in our examination. In fact, as an examiner, we have also facing the lot of problem, because they ask all the time, we need all the data. And in obviously we know in a mobile, in a single mobile have 1 TB 2 TB data, because clouds data are also involved in mobile. So these are the things is a challenge in our investigation, in our forensic examination also. So this is a view in this topic, is my topic. Thank you.
Thank, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, mobile and all those data play a vital role today, as you rightly said. Until unless we nail down to the specific data, what is needed and why is it needed, and all those things, rather just going ahead and asking for give me everything that that is required. It takes a lot of time to solve those cases and everything. You rightly pinpointed that, and I would also want to second your one more thing. Obviously, law enforcement is smart, but the cyber criminals or all those the bad guys, they are becoming more smarter today. So we need to be, if they're running 100 miles per hour, we need to be, thinking about how can we run 200 miles per hour so that we cover everything and we solve these things. Thanks for your thoughts on that, Dr. Rajesh. Putting all your efforts. Thanks to all three of you for putting all your blood and sweat in terms of making the cyber world a safer place. I would want to give some extra time on this slide, challenges in multi-jurisdictional investigation. I wanted to go, one by one, starting with the legal and regulatory differences. And I want to hear from all three of you for all these 4 or 5 pointers. So maybe we could start with Mr. Amar. So what do you think about the legal and regulatory differences? Because there are lots of laws and regulations coming up. Even if you look at, on the data side, there are a lot of data protection regulations coming each and every day. So very recently, we had a year back, we had DPDPA, and before a few years, we had all this GDPR and POPI and all those things. This is just on the data protection side. So what do you think about these variations in laws, regulations, and compliances?
See, legal aspect, I would say that many of them escape actually citing legal procedures from actually providing data. I would not want to name any vendor in particular, but there have been issues where we have been asking for KYC in illegal e-ticketing cases, and some entities have a procedure where they say that okay, we'll ask the criminal that somebody is asking your data and then we will give you. Whereas in Indian scenarios, they'll ask you two questions: whether you want us to block the account or you just want the data. So these are all practical scenarios what we face, while collecting data. Then there are other something called MLATs, actually mutual legal assistance treaties. If you don't have that, then they say no, you first come through the MLAT. So in India we have CBI. Actually through CBI we try to collect the evidence what is required in our cases. And another good initiative what the Indian government has taken is by launching the Bharat Poll. So through Bharat Poll and Interpol will be having access to 195 countries. So hopefully in future definitely will be able to solve multi-jurisdictional cases in a more systematic and better way. And as doctor has rightly said, all the aspects what he explained about, EO asking about the data and stuff. So we also get a lot of those cases where, they don't know what to ask. So it becomes very difficult actually to, scan the data and try to find out. Then we use our own logic to find out what evidence is relevant to that particular case. Coming back to legal regulatory requirements, actually they'll have to have some standards where for collection of data from various entities, cloud providers. So like you get all these, some of them are using disposable email IDs, so that particular server and that particular company may be operating out of US. So then trying to get the details from them is going to be truly challenging. So legal aspects, definitely GDPR, and now we have DPDP Act in India also. So we'll have to comply with those regulations also. So we'll have to be very, very careful. And I would also like to tell you that there's only one convention which has come, the Budapest Convention on, one second, yeah, Budapest Convention on Cybercrime. So that is where the world has got together and they understand the importance of solving cybercrime cases which have global ramifications. So on that is one. Then they have the Global Forum for Cyber Expertise. They have the Interpol Cyber Division, which actually also coordinates. And then we have the European Union, Europol also. And then we have the ASEAN Cybercrime Corporation. So a lot of people have come up. A lot of agreements have happened. But then, when it comes to the practical scenario, there are a lot of obstacles. It is not that easy. It's not a cakewalk. You just go and apply and you get your data. It doesn't happen that way. You have to go for the diplomatic channels. You have to do a lot of hard work when you're trying to get data out of some third place that is across your jurisdiction. So those are my thoughts on the legal and regulatory environment. So, and then other thing, before I conclude this point is, we need to have a pool of legal experts actually, and if they are techno-legal experts, then it will be a huge advantage to ourselves, because when you know technology and when you know law, you stand in a better position and you better appreciate the case, and you understand the language of what the other person is trying to say. So those are my thoughts on the legal and regulatory aspects. So,
Thank you very much for that. So that's a rare combination, or maybe an interesting combination, techno-legal, which is much needed nowadays. Thanks for bringing it up, and also thanks for talking about the Budapest Convention, which harmonizes the national laws on cybercrime, and also it helps to improve various investigation techniques. Thanks for bringing that. And any country or any specific state or county in different parts of the world, if they're trying to develop a national legislation on cybercrime, I think this could act as a guide for them. Thanks for adding your thoughts on that. Moving on to Rohit sir, in your world, how does this legal and regulatory differences works? What are the challenges that you are facing, or you think everybody else would be facing on these aspects?
So, well, in this scenario, so we are facing a problem related to the AMLET, because it's take like 1 year, more than 1 year to get the reply back from AMLETs. And if we talk about India, we have only 39 countries which is covering under AMLETs. So the criminal is very smart. They are using the VPNs of that particular country, which is not under the jurisdiction of AMLET. So that are the main challenges we are facing. As far as this topic is concerned, we have very good coordination as well, like NACMEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So they are sharing the tip lines at real time of CSAM related investigation. So they have a coordination with the Interpol. So they send and if anyone surfing or sharing data related to the CSAM, then they capture the live IP address of that culprit, then share it to the Interpol. Interpol is a nodal agency for that. And after that, Interpol connect with the concerned embassy, and they came to that embassy, and then to if we talk about India, then Ministry of Home Affairs is the nodal agency, and they segregated the based upon the IP addresses, they segregate all these tip lines to the different state of India. So I think the tip line, the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, is the one of the best collaborative, case study where the live data, they are capturing the live data of the criminals and sharing it to the agencies whole throughout the world. So, and secondly, there is another Project Vic. I know Xtero is also the part of Project Vic International. So they are also have a collaborative, platform for you have to assess the platform. You have a different stakeholder throughout the world, whether it's related to the bank, whether it's related to the cryptocurrency, whether it's related to the law enforcement. They have sharing their thoughts. They have a good tools. Where you can use open source tools to investigate your cases. So Project Wake, the NACMAC, and there is another tool currently used by Meta AI. So Meta AI is using the real time. They capture the data of if anyone write to put the suicidal things on Facebook, Instagram, then on real time they capture the IP and they send it to the like in if we talk about Punjab, I am the nodal officer for the Punjab. So at real time, within 5 minutes, I get a call from the US that someone is trying to commit the suicide. And in one case scenario, within 15 minutes, we save the life of one person. So the Meta AI is the one of the best example of collaborative, forensics. So we have to adapt such kind of technology in the world to make the world safer.
Thank you very much for that and for everything that you do. A lot of people joining in from different parts of the world, from Sweden, from Romania, from Japan, a lot from India, and a few from different Southeast Asian countries. Thanks, audience, for joining. Please, I mean, our experts are sharing various insightful information today. So if you guys have any specific questions on the slides that you see, please feel free to post your questions so that we can get expert opinion on these areas. So moving on to the other areas, I would want to combine everything in the interests of time. So various challenges in the multi-jurisdictional investigation, like the coordination among agencies. So there should be a proper communication and a collaboration between various forensics teams and various law enforcement agencies. And this includes various language barriers and cultural differences in the investigative approaches, right? And also, when it comes to, even Mr. Amar was talking about the techno-legal combination where technical or the technology plays a crucial role. What about the technical challenges handling encrypted data and cross-border data storage and the sensitivity of the time? Because when it comes to forensics, everything is urgent, right? What about the time sensitivity challenges and short of resources, resource constraint challenges? So I would want all of you to address everything together. Maybe Dr. Rajesh, would you like to start here addressing all these areas? In the interest of time, we would want to combine everything together, please.
Actually, coordination among all the stakeholders among the across the uh, globe is very important in our investigation, because if we don't have any collaboration, coordination among the all the major stakeholders globally, we do not achieve the purpose of our investigation. In many times, we see that in our investing in fact in our neighboring country Nepal, we don't have any emlet with him. So these are the very surprising fact that we don't have, we have very limited emlet with all the countries. We have as Amar Sari said that only 39 countries in our emlet. This is the major challenge. In the another challenge is mlet is a service provider like Facebook and Facebook, Twitter, like service providers are using like a weapon. When they understand, they send the details, otherwise they ask you come with the mlet. And we all know that mlet procedure is a very lengthy process. If they ask through come through the mlet, this is a obviously a lengthy process. So in out of 10, 7 cases they ask mlet. They ask us to come through the mlet. This is the major challenge. They in and the another challenges is LR and the coordination among the judicial officers. Our expertise, in fact limited resources and expertise in this domain is major challenge. In fact in our country also, in our police department, in our forensic department, we don't have expertise in the particular domain of cyber forensic or cyber investigation. These are the things, this is very challenging for us. And this is obviously they all data are preserved in the cloud, in the different servers. So it is a very time sensitive job to investigate in the limited frame. If we if service providers are not compliance on the on time all the details providing us, obviously our investigation in delay, and we are failed to uh, produce this evidence before the court of law. These are the challenges. Okay.
Thank you very much for that. So, Mr. Rohit, would you like to add your thoughts about all these other challenges, please?
Yeah, so I just add to the Amar sir. So if we get the delay in the mutual legal assistance treaty, then there might be possibility of you don't get the data from the service provider in India, because as per the Ministry of Department of Telecom guidelines, you have to have 2 years of data. So if you get the AMLAT related information after 2 years, then there is no point of such information for the law enforcement, because after 2 years you not get any information from the service provider. So time is a very important concern in this regard. So other challenges we are facing is the technical challenges, because in one cases you have different digital devices, you have IoT devices, you have cloud, you have mobile, you have laptops, you have drones. So a lot of different type of data set you have. So it's very difficult for the one investigating officers to technically handle all these digital evidence. So in that scenario, you have to have a different stakeholder come together, like public private partnership. You needed public private partnership. So one of the best example in public private partnership is the the cyber dome of Kerala police. So they have a very good collaboration between the public and private sector, and they do a joint exercise every year. They have a hackathon and other events they are established with the the private vendors. So there is a lot of information exchanges. So I think the technical challenge, you have a lot of data and different data, and cloud is one of the very difficult to handle, because you never know where is the data stored. So it's very difficult to you know to imaging the cloud data, and to identify the cloud where is the data store. And today world, the virtual machines, the criminal using VM virtual machines. So they are placed in the different countries. So we don't have the AMLETS treaty with that countries. So these are the technical challenges, very important.
Even Rohit,
Exactly.
in fact, Rohit, you just agree with me. Uh, a different domain, it is not possible for us to expertise in every domain of our investigation. So it is very important to expertise in a particular topic, particular domain. We just assigned our officers in a particular domain so that they get expertise in that domain. We are
Yes.
just depending upon forensic labs. We are depending upon in fact in many times in even in crime scene our police officers are never understand how to collect evidences from the crime scene, how to generate the hash value of the digital evidence. These are the things we need. I think if we have expertise in that type of domain, or if we assign this job to a particular police officer, particular personnel, is very useful for us. And public and police public partnership, yeah, is another good things to do. We are in our investigation.
So I agree with you, Rasa. So the main issue is the capacity building. So you have to, train your people. So if
Capacity.
I yeah, so capacity building is the main important aspect. So if we talk about Punjab, so we have the different cyber cells in every districts. So we have provided all these the latest tool and equipment to handle the digital evidence, and we provide every month we provide capacity building trainings to the all the technical guys placed in the on that cyber cell. So though, so you have to take some responsibility as well, because handling a digital evidence is a very tedious task, and there is a shortage of expert everywhere in not in India, in every part of the world there is a short of
Every part of
cyber
the
expert.
yes, right.
Exactly, exactly. So thanks, Dr. Rajesh, and thanks, Rohit, sir, for your thoughts. Mr. Amar, would you like to add your thoughts very quickly before we jump on to the next question
Actually,
to our audience?
see, talking about managing time and resource allocation. So there are certain areas which might not have the technology which the US labs might have. So we can actually, when we are handling multi-level investigations, we can come with SaaS as one of the options. So SaaS is software as a service. So we give those services and we train them up. So what happens is, these softwares are bought by many of our cyber labs or many of the cyber lab world over, but then they fall short on training. See, it's not about a very generalized training. You need a product specific training. So for example, if you take FTK Connect, so if the person who's handling FTK Connect should be able to know each and every aspect of how the solution is going to benefit the investigation. And typically in multi-level jurisdiction investigations, we need to have a centralized management system which will take care of tagging the evidence, the hash values are taken properly, and all the evidence and the preservation part is taken care of. So, and it doesn't allow you to deviate from that. So a central case management system would be one of the best options to handle multi-level jurisdictions investigations. And then, when you are handling complex cases, like for example, you go down to the WannaCry ransomware attack case, or you take up the CryptoLocker ransomware attack case. So there were a lot of joint task force were formed where professionals work together from private entities as well as the government side. So it's like, that's how you work. You just keep your vested interest aside, and you just work for the good of humanity. Because see, financial losses, typically human trafficking, these are very critical areas, where if you lose somebody to human trafficking, then it can be really mentally very taxing. And if you lose tens and thousands of dollars in a financial crime, so these are areas which we need to work together. And we have standardized formats for software for data collection. If we go for standardized formats and we have softwares which are going to support various formats, then that will also be helpful. And another very critical area which needs to be addressed is the anti-forensics, because criminals use anti-forensic techniques to so that the evidence cannot be collected. Typically, so when you start a forensic activity, you'll find a malware running and that will wipe off the hard disk and you don't have anything in your hand. So these are all areas where we'll need to work very seriously. And one very important advice which we have gained through experience is that whenever you're going to buy a software, please do not buy it where it is just showcasing some very ideal condition. You bring that software into your ecosystem, run it on, use your evidence, use your own evidence, and try to see how many artifacts it is able to carve out. And then, because we faced, I would not name the vendor again, because that will be, we had we had to collect live triaging. We had to do in cases where it crashed around 4 times, and that is pathetic. So better to take the trial. And I'm very thankful to Extero for actually arranging the FTK trial. We had Angela coming in from UK, Alka, and Benish. So they've been all very supportive during when we had this trial in our lab. So these are my thoughts. It's going to be dynamic, and we have to gear up to these challenges. That's the bottom line.
Wow, what a recommendation for FTK. Thank you very much for that, and nice to hear my colleagues' names. And yes, FTK has been very supportive for various organizations like yours. Amar sir, thanks for calling it out in an open forum like this. So yes, just to brief it very shortly, FTK Central and FTK Connect can solve all your legal and regulatory differences, where you can also coordinate among various agencies, whether they are within the borders or across the borders, technical challenges, time sensitivity issues, resource constraints, everything could, on the training side, again, resource constraints, everything can be solved by Extero FTK. Please talk to us and we will be able to help you to solve your data risk challenges, digital forensics, and incident response challenges. But anyway, anybody here joined us from different parts of the world, Asia, Africa, and different parts of the world. Are you guys using any platforms like FTK Central to successfully collaborate across borders and within the borders? Are you using it yet? Just try to mention it in your comments. If you're interested in knowing more about it, please email us at marketing@extero.com, and some of our team members will be reaching out to you very quickly. We have exactly 16 more minutes, and maybe we can very quickly run through the next few slides. Yes, audience, another interesting question for you. What do you think is the biggest challenge in collaborative forensics for multi-jurisdictional investigation? We have talked enough about it. Our experts have shared their, various insightful information about those challenges. So according to you, what do you think is the biggest challenge in your world? Is it differences in the legal and regulatory frameworks? Or is it the technical barriers like encryption and data access? Or is it lack of effective communication between agencies? Or delays caused by bureaucratic procedures? What do you think is the biggest challenge? Feel free to share your thoughts and maybe we can discuss about it very quickly. Jumping on to the next slide, we have 2 or 3 more slides, but I would want to, we have like 6 important areas, what they consider to be the key strategies for overcoming challenges. Harmonization of legal and policies, various legal policies, enhancing the communication mechanism, the collaborative mechanism, the trust factor, and the innovation in technology, and how could we leverage international organizations like Interpol, Europol, and how could we jointly work with them in terms of solving bigger cybercrime cases, and the standardization of forensics tools and procedures and addressing various data privacy concerns, which is another major challenge. So, Dr. Rajesh, maybe can I ask you to share your thoughts on legal and policy harmonization and how we could enhance the communication collaboration mechanism and the trust factor? Dr. Rajesh, I'm sorry, you're muted. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm audible. Yes.
You are. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, legal framework across the country is obviously different, and these are things we are challenging facing, because every law in our country, in our in are obviously different. So that this is the challenge, and if we have any common law for uh, all type of crime, like if we are talking about pornography, child pornography, uh, globally they can't accept it. So we have a law that ban across the country.
I think we have some internet connectivity issues with Dr. Rajesh. Maybe I think Dr. Rajesh, you can just check your connection. Mr. Rohit, can you please talk about your thoughts on the technological innovations and how we could address the various data privacy concerns?
Yeah, technology play a crucial role because I mentioned earlier there is a lot of data. In one case, I have a case study with me. I will discuss later. So in one case, you have a lot of data. So you have to have AI based solutions. So you have some, you mentioned earlier that Xtero Central. So Central is a very good tool. I use it for my trial work, for my trial. So you have to have a different, investigating officer working together in one case. They have a different viewpoint. So you have, so you need such kind of, technology where different mindset with different people, different cyber experts of different, because every investigating officer is having a different mindset for every case. So you have all the collaboration needed in one case. So two like FTK Central, you have different people working together in a single case, not even in your organization, throughout world, everywhere you have just give the access to the people and they have their viewpoint on that scenario. So you need such type of technology as well. Apart from that, the main thing is, you have a different workshop with the joint exercise with the different experts throughout the world. Like there is a one group that is scientific working group on digital evidence based in US. So they have a different, the policy maker, different experts from digital forensics field. They have every year they have a two joint meeting. So in this year they have a meeting in Stanford University, and I think in the month of May they have a one meeting in Denver. So these kind of the joint exercise play a crucial role for future, how to tackle with the future crimes. So that's my thought on this.
Thank you for that, and thanks for highlighting the various features, the interesting features of FTK Central. Yes, as Mr. Rohit was mentioning, cross collaboration, adding multiple officers and assigning them, providing them a role-based access control. Everything is possible with FTK Central. Please talk to us to know more. And Amar sir, could you address your thoughts about leveraging international organizations like Interpol and Europol, and also how we could standardize the forensics tools and procedures? We would love to hear from you on that.
In fact, Interpol will play a very crucial role as far as multi-level jurisdiction, multi-geography jurisdictions are concerned. Because suppose you have a case where you have around 100 cloud service providers, you have to coordinate with them. They are scattered across the globe. So trying to get data out of them single-handedly is going to be very difficult. So when we got to have an agency like Interpol actually to coordinate those various aspects and then hand over those data to the investigators and then let them sit and analyze that. So that is very crucial. So so that's what we need to work on. And then of course standardization of formats, like you have NIST in US, which actually validates each and every software, and then they give you a report also. So that becomes a huge reference point to actually understand what the software is going to deliver. Because I found, and in fact, there are not very standard organizations like NIST all across the globe. So we need to have organizations like NIST who can actually validate the software. That is very important. And as I've been saying, that once you buy the software, after that the after sales support has to be very good. Typically in India we face a lot of problem with after sales support. And then, I've been telling vendors, that if you sell a software, just organize a 2-day boot camp, so that that will help people understand your software. And when they're comfortable using that, that itself is going to be an advertisement for you, because he's going to say that, okay, there's nothing like FTK Connect, please buy that. So that's how it works. So the after sales support is very crucial. You can't go by generalized procedures. So you have to go have to go to the product. That is the product level specialization has to happen. So those are my thoughts. In fact, I'll tell you one incident what we had. Actually, we had a case coming in of illegal e-ticketing, where you had to actually image the drive and take out the evidence. So we imaged the drive, and once we took it for the analysis part, it did not allow us to access because it was BitLocker enabled. Now, BitLocker enabled, we asked a couple of other cybersecurity experts also to actually come in, but they had practically no yes answer for that. Then what do we do next? So they say that, okay, buy this, buy that. I said, fine. We sent back the drive to the inquiry officer and told him, make another panchnama, and asked him to disable the BitLocker. So then the BitLocker was disabled, and then it came back to us, and we were able to image and then get the analysis done. So these are all some of the challenges what you face, and it's interesting. See, there is no substitute to hardcore experience in actually working on cases. That's it. That helps a lot. So again, I'll say, before buying any software, please use that in your ecosystem and then buy it. Otherwise, because see, it's a very resource intensive field. It's a dynamic field, so you have to keep on innovating. If you don't innovate, you become redundant. So in fact, when we actually were going to buy softwares, FTK actually was it's not that competitive. But then Xtero came up and breathed the new life into FTK. So FTK is now back into the coming. So that's how it is. So there are a lot of softwares in the ecosystem, case to closure, endpoint in endpoint. Lot of companies have come up with softwares, but then you got to pick the right one. Otherwise, you're not going to solve your issues.
100%, couldn't agree more. So just don't look at the various posts or various marketing stuffs. Just go and talk to people. Check, I mean, you rightly said, check if it works in your ecosystem, if it really solves your challenges. So FTK is always open for that. And thanks for talking about FTK, the transition of FTK access data into Xtero. Thanks for bringing that up. And we are open for trial. We are open for POCs and free licenses and all those things. Please go ahead and talk to our different team members, whoever you're connected with, or if you still have no idea about where I can start with, email us at marketing@xtero.com, and some of our colleagues would be able to help you. We have exactly 6 more minutes, and we have a couple more slides to talk about. I would want to request Mr. Rohit to talk about one of the interesting case study and the real world example that your organization has initiated or taken. Mr. Rohit, could you take a couple, 2 or 3 minutes very quickly?
Yeah, so it's a very important case study for the collaborative forensics. So that's a live case. So we have a case in which we busted the call center in Punjab and arrested 155 scammers. So they are scamming the US people, and they have a script with him, and they're talking to the people of the US and talk about the loan fraud. You have a low credit scores, so you have to buy some Amazon gift card, and there is a handler in US. They convert into the cryptocurrency and all. So in this case, we get almost 79 laptops, 250 computers, I almost 100 mobile phone. So in that case, we use FTK. We have a working license of FTK with us, and we also use a trial version as well. So we in FTK there is a very good feature of they pass the data of mobile phone as well. So we have find out many crucial evidence related to the victims. They are based in the in US. So in this case, the FBI is working with us. So we provided all the data of the victims to the FBI team. Then FBI team find out the victims in US, and they have a, with the help of video conferences during trial, the victim is uh, interviewing with the judge through video conferencing. So the example I just shown that the if it's very difficult to identify the victim in US. So if there is no collaboration with the FBI, then there is it's impossible to to find the victims in the US. So this is the one of the example where the FBI along with Punjab police they help the case and identify of the victims. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. So it's a very interesting case study, and thanks for sharing this. So we have 3 more minutes, and I would like to very quickly talk about the future outlook for collaborative forensics. So importance of fostering global partnership and the role of emerging technologies and the need for continuous updates. So, Mr. Amar, can you share your thoughts very quickly in a minute, and then followed by Mr. Rohit, each 1 minute, your thoughts, please.
Concluding thoughts would be like, training is one aspect which we'll have to focus on. We'll have to get many more people trained in various domains, and have the right softwares available with us. Wherever softwares are not available, we can come up with something called a SaaS, software as a service. So that will help a great deal, typically in the developing countries, because there'll be issues with the network and the bandwidth and all that stuff. And then cloud is going to be a little bit of challenging, so we'll have to work on the cloud part also. And whenever there is a case with global ramifications, typically with the on the human trafficking or financial frauds, we should all come together and exchange our expertise and develop standards, and then definitely we would see a better global picture. And it's very important that private participation happens, because they have taken a lot of effort and in developing tools. Like they've done a lot of research, a lot of money goes into research and hiring the right people, and trying to get good results. So we have to collaborate very sincerely, and definitely we'll be seeing a very good picture. Hopefully a very good picture in the coming years. So thank you.
Rohit, sir?
So I just conclude the yeah. It's a very very big topic, lot of So you need to have as Amar sir had said, you have to have a right tools. So the big players like Xtero, they have to have collaborate with the law enforcement agencies to train the people of law enforcement. And the tool like FTK Imager that is using all over the world, tools such like FTK Imager, build a tool which is open source available to all the law enforcement of the world, because it's a global issue. You have to have a collaboration amongst the different cyber expert, whether it's from the banking sector, whether it's from the law enforcement, whether it's from the legal side. You have to have one platform, just like the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center,
Exactly.
I4C. It's an
Yeah.
example where all the there is a helpline 1930, which is the I think the one of the best initiative by the Indian government, where all the policy makers, all the banking experts, all the fintechs, all the UPIs, they are all in the same platform, working together day and night, and
Yeah.
save lot of money of the people of India. So you
100%.
you have to have, yeah. So you have to have these type of platform required globally to save the world.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you for adding your valuable thoughts, Mr. Amar and Mr. Rohit. So we are right on time, and we have the next session up by one of our renowned speaker, Professor Triveni Singh sir, and the interesting topic. The next topic would be from detection to resolution: a comprehensive guide to incident response in cloud environments. So just please stay on this. Thank you very much, attendees, for attending this webinar, and you can see the next topic. So just, if you want to attend the next session, just stay on the line and you'll be redirected to the next session right here. And once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Rohit from Punjab Police, and Mr. Amar, and also Dr. Rajesh, who has just dropped off. Thank you very much for your time and your insightful information today. And thank you, audience, for attending from different parts of the world. Just stay here and you'll be redirected to the next one. I'll see you very quickly in the next session. Have a great
And
day. Bye-bye.
thanks a lot, Rajkumar, for taking the session through. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Extiro, thank you, Banish, thank you, Raj, for this wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.